Welcome back to my video series on mold making and resin casting. What we're going to do in this step is, you can see that I've pulled apart the mold pieces and I've constructed the cardboard just to give it a bit of firmness. I've went ahead and I've already sprayed these sides with the mold release agent that comes with the kit. Now we're going to put them together. And we're going to secure them with some elastic bands. So this is just going to keep the mold nice and firmly together. You don't want to wrap the elastics too tightly or else it's going to squish the shape of the mold. You want it just enough so that it's going to maintain itself. It's not going to crack open or spill out, but it's not going to be crushed either. So this is the hole. This is the hole in which I'm going to be injecting into using a syringe. I've already went ahead and I've shaken the two different components. I'm just going to pour them into these shallow dishes. Now, one tip with when using the resin: you always need less than you think you do. You're going to find you're going to waste a lot of this stuff in the early going because you're going to think, I'm going to need more than that. But you never do, believe me. So I'm just going to eyeball the amounts. The closer they are in the 1-to-1 ratio, the better results you're going to get for sure. And you also want to try and reduce the amount of air bubbles you see, because those are going to translate into actual bubbles inside the resin when you inject it. So now we've got our two parts, and I'm going to mix them together, give them a really good stir, and I'm going to inject them into the mold. I've also got other molds standing by to use up the leftover resin, so that I waste as little as possible. You can tell as soon as they start mixing, they sort of change their, you can see it, you can see the two things mixing together. Now you don't want to wait too long. This is absolutely crucial. I mostly try to get a good mix and then try to reduce the bubbles if I can, bring them to the surface. That looks pretty good. So now I'm not going to waste any time here. I like to do it at a steady pace when I'm injecting the mold, not too fast, so that it can crawl over every detail and there's less likelihood it's going to create any air pockets inside the mold. But time is limited as well. So I can see it coming out the tops here. So it's coming out that top, but it's not coming out on this side. So I'm going to put it in one of these footholes and allow it to fill up to the other side, so that it still has a place to escape. I'm going to use more. I can tell that it's already getting stiff. These ones I won't waste quite as much time on, because these are my alternates. It looks like I won't have enough for my third one, but Not gonna happen. So it's already hardening. The kit recommends waiting about 15 minutes for it to harden. I'm going to go ahead and dispose of the leftover cups. So you're going to see that it's going to start spouting out the tops of the air release holes. That's when you know it's been completely filled and that you're good to go. You don't want to overfill it too much or it's going to go down on the sides and it's going to ruin your cardboard and your elastic bands. To clean the syringe, I like to just fill up the syringe with a bit of water and leave it like that till it hardens. And it's going to be filled with plastic on the inside. I've already got one like that over here. But once it dries, you're going to be able to chip away that plastic and remove it, and you'll be able to use it again. That's it for this step. Stay tuned for the next step where we're going to demold and have our finished miniatures.